that part at least was fairly well planned out. Then you got to the second movie, and the problem. You got to Rogue One, and I like Rogue One, but the problems started cropping up then, because I mean if you go back and watch the trailer for that, you'll remember there are scenes in that trailer that are not in the movie. Remember that?
Yeah, there's one trailer has like 70-80% scenes that were cut from the movie.
Yeah,
And some of the scenes I thought were really cool at first.
yeah. Stuff and beyond that, it had script problems because, as I've said before, I can't. I've seen it 4 or 5 times. I can't fucking remember anybody's name.
I sure as hell can't. I've only seen it once, honestly.
Yeah, but I got Poe, Rey, and Finn the very first time I watched The Force Awakens, so they're at least well developed enough to be memorable in that movie. I don't remember. I remember there was like a blind guy that was good at martial arts, and there was a big guy that liked weapons, and there was a robot, and beyond that, I couldn't tell you much about any of them.
It's like I enjoyed their time on screen. They weren't like bad characters or anything. They're just so underdeveloped that I just didn't really care about them, like at all. Honestly.
Yeah, yeah, and when you're telling a tragedy like that where all of the characters die, it, first off, fuck you for officially making Kyle Katarn not canon.
Yeah, no, for real. First mission of Dark Forces, steal
Yeah,
the plans.
the first mission of Dark Forces is you infiltrating a rebel base and stealing the plans for
The Death Star.
the Death Star, and it's awesome, is what it is. The game's great. Oh, I shot you in the back.
Shot in the back.
And you're to blame.
You give love a bad name.
Yeah. Something like that.
That's totally how it goes. Oh, here we go.
Yeah, chainsaw that bitch.
Oh shit. Oh,
That
as soon
did
as I
not
heard
work.
that, I knew that was gonna happen.
That did not work. I thought there might be something back there, like hiding, and I guess I was wrong. And it did like so. Anytime there's a bunch of reshoots like that, and you release a trailer where a whole massive chunk of it is not in the final film, it's like, okay, there's something wrong going on here behind the scenes, you know?
Yeah, there's.
And then they decided to hand the keys over to Ryan Johnson, and Ryan Johnson wrote a rough draft, and and he threw out plans and ideas that what's his name, J.J. Abrams had for his characters.
Oh, you little shits.
Wrote a rough draft for his Star Wars film, and then went off of that first rough draft, and at least that's the rumor, right? Like nobody fucking stopped and read this thing and went, "Hey, there's a whole shitload of plot holes in this thing that you might want to fix."
Shit. Oh god.
I was trying to get to the car. And if that is the case, yeah, I find that highly, highly believable, because there's a shitload of plot holes in that movie that nobody fixed. And obviously, that movie wound up being a disaster. It did well at the box office because the first week or two did well. But,
Just, no, you're not critically.
and for some reason, it was reviewed very, very well. And I have no fucking clue why.
Your guess is as good as mine. Fuel the Junker. Guess I'm fueling it.
Yeah, this is gonna attract a lot of locusts. Yeah, I couldn't tell you why The Last Jedi was reviewed so well because it's not good.
It's, yeah.
I can't imagine people watching it and going, "Yeah, this was good pacing. This is good writing. There's no problems here. This is a good movie." Like, no, and its tomato meter score for fans highly reflect that. Believe me, the fans don't want to sit there and just hate on a Star Wars movie. Like, we don't. So if you put something out that's truly just, I mean, it killed interest in the next movie. It turned the next movie, Solo, into a big flop. Fucking Attack of the Clones could not turn the next movie into a big flop.
Yeah, really. Oh, here they go. Oh shit, they're getting behind the cover, god damn it.
Got two. Got three. Where are you, asshole work?
Did you stand still so I can chainsaw you
Oh.
to death?
Fuck. Fuck. It's a bunch of them. Shit.
Boomer!
Okay, Boomer. I promise I won't do that every time.
It's like, how can you not? Like, I remember coming out of the theaters from The Last Jedi and actually, like, not thinking it was, like, too bad for some reason. Like, it definitely felt off, like, for sure, but
Yeah.
then I watched it
tried-
again and I'm like, nah.
Yeah, it has to sink in on you just how bad it is.
What the
Oh,
fuck?
I accidentally shot the fucking thing.
Oh.
I'm sorry. That is my
no,
bad.
that was like that actual, like, thing that happens in the game. Like a scripted thing.
I accidentally shot the
Oh.
propane tank while I was trying to shoot one of those little guys that jumps around.
I didn't know you could do that, actually. God damn.
Shit.
Oh, come on.
Oh, get in cover, god damn it. Now I'm goddamn reloading, god damn it. Okay, got a couple. Three. Ah.
Okay.
So, yeah,
Boomer.
that movie. Got him. Shut the fuck up, Boomer.
Silence, Bloom. I'm Bloomer, yeah. Boomer.
Chainsaw your ass. Yeah, buddy. That is always satisfying. Always satisfying.
Oh. Oh, there we go.
Loading.
Oh. Oh, fuck the reloading up at the worst time.
Yeah. You'll do that. Let's, if you needed more ammo, there's still more ammo. Okay, maybe we can't get more ammo back there. I don't know how this cutscene ends.
I mean, I'm still good for now, but kind of dwindling. Oh yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, eat grill, bitch.
I take it you were driving.
Are you controlling the UV turret?
Yeah.
Okay. Get him. All right. And then so you give it to Rian Johnson. He fucks up the lore. He fucks up everything, and goes with a thing that has one fucking draft, and goes, yeah, that's good enough, and it pisses off the fan base so much that it creates a commercial flop out of a major Star Wars movie, which is Solo. And Solo had its own problems because it passed director's hands at least once and had a bunch of reshoots. And for some reason, Solo's an ugly movie. Oh, up, shit. Fuck.
I didn't see him from. Oh, I didn't see him coming from behind. I was aiming ahead. Oh my god, I can't shoot this motherfucker. He's like in the vehicle. There we go.
There's some up there.
Oh my god, I don't know where to aim it, like, at all.
Fuck. Not to mention that Solo just isn't really. I mean, it's better than The Last Jedi, but that's not much of a compliment. It's
like
still
the prequels
pretty
are better
average.
than Last of the Jedi.
It's still pretty average, and it shoves social justice warrior nonsense in your face even harder than The Last Jedi did. Because it's got a social justice warrior, black sassy woman droid. Well, you know what I mean when I say black sassy woman, right?
Yeah.
Because that's like a stereotype. But that's her fucking personality. That's what she is.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Stereotype. Am I doing backwards?
Everything looks the same, I have no idea. Oh shit, they're behind again.
She is by far she's by far the worst part of that fucking movie. Like, they try to make a big deal out of her dying, and I'm sitting there in the theater like, oh, thank God that insufferable character is gone. For some reason, they made the decision to make Han Solo like, oh, he was always kind of a good guy at heart. And I'm like, no, dude, make him a fucking scoundrel and a bit of an asshole. That was his personality. Like, his character arc was becoming a scoundrel and an asshole that was also a good guy.
Yeah. Like he's a bit like his character's a bit gray in terms of morality.
Yeah. That was his character arc in the like he goes from being like I'm all about the money to okay, these are actually people I care about.
Yeah. And hence why he shoots first in the original trilogy, because he is morally gray.
Yeah, Greedo never shot.
Yeah.
I don't. They made one more change for the Disney Plus release of that. Like,
oh god, can you imagine if they do?
No, they did.
Oh really?
Yeah, to that scene. Yeah.
Oh, this never ends. They can never catch a break with this shit.
It's a simple change. They made what's his name? Greedo say something before he dies. That's really all they did. But why? Why do you keep changing that? It's like the third or fourth time that you've edited that scene. Leave it alone.
Or even better yet, how about release the original films like officially, like the unedited versions? I wonder if Disney even like has those like original prints.
What I have heard, and this is unconfirmed, so just take it with a grain of salt. What I have heard is that Lucas had a contract with Disney that said that they could not release the original versions of the film.
Oh, that's so stupid.
Yeah, which is stupid.
Like it's almost as if he's like embarrassed of the original versions. That's what that's like the feeling I'm getting from that.
Yeah, it's weird.
It's like, why would you be embarrassed? I mean, it's a product of its time. It was revolutionary for its time, and hence why the movie should be, officially seen as it was for modern day. And not having to dig out your VHS copy to watch it.
Laserdisc
or laser.
Get the What the fuck is this? Why are we getting shot from windows that we can't seem to shoot?
Oh god, oh! Yeah, the turret's not a good idea. Oh, I got grenades, hang on. Or a grenade, I should say.
I shot exactly where the fucking muzzle flash was and nothing died. What the fuck? He ducked. Ah.
Oh, Boomer.
Dead Boomer. You die too. I think it's another one. Scratch one, grub. Oh, you gonna use it?
Yeah, you can use it this time. If you want to. Every time I freaking shoot, he always ducks behind cover.
Got one. Okay. Got another. Got him. Okay, you fucking die, you son bitch. The fuck is that?
Oh shit, behind us. Oh shit. Oh, god damn.
Ouch. Die already.
How many fucking sniper shots does it take? My god.
Got one.
I got another one.
Jesus Christ. You guys take a lot of fucking ammo. Oh, there's one more. There's one more. I can barely see him. There we go. Ouch!
There we go.
He dead as shit. You know he ain't gonna be in Rush Hour 3.
Hell no, he ain't.
I always wonder if how many people are honestly gonna get that every single time I reference it.
Very few.
Because it's a reference to an outtake in Rush Hour 2 where there was a scene where they knocked a guy off a roof and he like fell on a car and died. And Chris Tucker's character, who I don't even remember his fucking name, but he looks over there and goes, "Oh, you know he dead." But in the outtake, you see he looks over the edge. He goes, "Oh, you know he ain't gonna be in Rush Hour 3."
It's a really obscure reference.
Yeah, fucking funny though. So yeah, look from the looks of things, it looks like Star Wars actually has a couple of big wins to hype up people right before the Rise of the Skywalker comes out. Speaking of Rise of the Skywalker, they showed a small clip of the movie on the Star Wars YouTube channel. Did you see that?
Oh, not yet.
It's just like a 30-second clip, and people were making fun of it and calling it cheesy and dumb.
I have to check that out now. Didn't hear about that.
Yeah, Tim Pool did a video about it. I don't really know why. But people were sitting there going, "This is so cheesy," because it was like they were seeing. It's got jetpack stormtroopers, which is a thing that's existed in the extended universe for a while, right?
Yeah.
And jetpacks aren't new to Star Wars. Jetpacks are not new to Star Wars, and because Boba Fett had one, Jango Fett had one. They've got Mandalorians in like the Mandalorian have them, things like that.
Of course, like the Dark Troopers and stuff like that.
Yeah, they're not new to Star Wars, and people were sitting there going, "Oh, they're surprised that they have jetpacks." They're going, "Oh, they fly now. That's so cringe." Yeah, like, is this really all that bad? I mean, in the last movie, we started off with Finn joking around, going, "Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?" Like,
Yeah, really. That's one way to start.
that was cringy. That was
freaking,
ultra cringe.
Your mama joke, like, what the that's so out of place. It's like, it's so unbelievable how out of place that is.
And don't get me wrong, I don't mind humor in Star Wars. I love C-3PO.
Yeah.
He was funny in the original trilogy.
Yeah, he was really good. It's just the fact that it's so like early in the movie, and it just seems so like out of place in that point in the movie. That's the main thing for me. Same thing how in like Rogue One at the beginning where they zoom in on the blue milk. It's like center frame. They slowly zoom in on it. Like, okay.
Yeah, well, that wasn't the most. Like the big one in Rogue One was where they had like the brief cameo of C-3PO and R2-D2 for literally no reason other than to have them in the movie.
Yeah, they were like completely useless in that movie.
They were in like they had like a 2-second cameo and that was it. And it was so forced. But people were sitting there going, "Yeah, this is so cringy and bad." I'm like, "Are you guys just looking for a reason to hate Star Wars? This really isn't that bad." And what they were really ripping on big time was the stormtroopers had motorcycles, like two-seater motorcycles that had like an ejector seat for the back seat that would launch these guys into the air, and then they'd take off with their jetpack from there. And then I was sitting there and I was thinking about this. I'm like, wait a minute, no, this actually makes sense because, okay, think about it. You are jetpacks, even in the Star Wars universe. We know for a fact that they work on like rocket propulsion, which means they shoot fire out of one end, right?
Yeah.
So anytime that you're running with that kind of jetpack, you're gonna want to make sure that you're not anywhere near anything flammable. Like if you're standing on grass or on wood or anything like that, yeah, bad times coming your way from that jetpack, right?
Yeah.
So the vehicle is bound to have some kind of flammable liquid in it, like oil or gas or something. Which we already established that gas is a thing that exists in this fucking universe because the big deal was, oh no, our ship is running out of gas in The Last Jedi. So yeah, probably a flammable liquid, so you don't want to take off directly from your seat. So having a seat that launches you into the air first, that's just smart, isn't it?
Yeah.
So a lot of people, it looks goofy, I'll give it that, but then I thought about it, I'm like, no, this actually kind of makes sense from a logical perspective.
Guess they burn fossil fuels in space.
If you need some ammo, there's some over here.
No, I'm good.
Yeah, I guess so. I really like the atmosphere in this level.
Yeah, I do too. Forgot about this level actually.
The rainfall on the Xbox One version is nowhere near as thick as this. Shit, I'm reloading. Ah!
Yeah, same
bad time
here.
to reload. Bad time to reload.
We both did.
But yeah, it's some seriously heavy rain, and it's not this heavy on the other version. It's a better rain effect, but there's nowhere near as much of it. Maybe they had to cut down on that. Like, we got a much prettier graphics, much better rain effect, but we're going to cut down on it for a better frame rate or something.
I'm sure that played a role,
Yeah.
to be sure.
Can't say for certain.
And I think there's a tag over here.
Where? I don't know where you
I
are.
saw the gears like insignia on the wall. Those tags.
Somewhere in here?
There's along a pier. I guess it's out there. I think I see a glimmering. I think
Yeah, I
both
think
of
I
us
see it
get
too.
one.
Yeah, it's out here. Oh, I picked it up. Did it disappear?
I think it counts for both of us. Because
Ah.
when I started the game, I had 20. Now I have 23.
So we picked up some that you didn't pick up. I don't know how many I've got. I haven't checked.
So at least at least both of us get the tag, even though other person picks it up.
Make sure you're on the elevator before I press. Oh, we got to turn on the power first.
That would help.